Ram crouched low as he bent his tall, lean and muscular frame. He rested his weight on his right knee as he held the bow steady. The arrow was fixed in place, but he knew that the bowstring should not be pulled too early. He didn't want his muscles to tire out. He had to wait for the perfect moment. It must be a clean strike. "It's moving, Dada," whispered Lakshman to his elder brother. Ram didn't reply. His eyes were fixed on the target. A light breeze played with the few strands of hair that had escaped the practical bun atop his head. His shaggy, unkempt beard and his white dhoti gently fluttered in the breeze. Ram corrected his angle as he factored in the strength and direction of the wind. He quietly cast his white angavastram aside to reveal a battle-scarred, dark-skinned torso. The cloth should not interfere with the release of the arrow. The deer suddenly came to a standstill as it looked up. Perhaps instinct had kicked in with some warning signals. Ram could hear its low snort as it stomped its feet uneasily. Within a few seconds it went back to chewing leaves as silence prevailed. The rest of the herd was a short distance away, hidden from view by the dense foliage of the forest. "By the great Lord Parshuram, it ignored its instincts," said Lakshman softly. "Thank the Lord. We need some real food." "Quiet." Lakshman fell silent. Ram knew they needed this kill. Lakshman and he, accompanied by his wife Sita, had been on the run for the last 30 days. A few members of the Malaiputra tribe, the sons of Malay, led by their captain Jatayu, were also with them. Jatayu had urged flight well before the inevitable retaliation came. The botched meeting with Shurpanakha and Vibhishan would certainly have consequences. They were, after all, the siblings of Ravan, the wrathful demon king of Lanka. Ravan was sure to seek vengeance. Lankan royal blood had been shed. Racing east through the Dandakaranya, the dense forest of Dandak, they had travelled a reasonable distance parallel to the Godavari. They were fairly reassured now that they wouldn't be easily spotted or tracked. Straying too far from the tributary rivers or other water bodies would mean losing out on the best chance of hunting animals. Ram and Lakshman were princes of Ayodhya, inheritors of the proud Kshatriya tradition of the Raghukul, the descendants of Raghu. They would not survive on a diet of herbs, fruit and leaves alone. The deer remained stationary, lost in the pleasure of grazing on tender shoots. Ram knew this was the moment. He held the composite bow steady in his left hand as he pulled the string back with his right till it almost touched his lips. His elbow was held high, almost perfectly parallel to the ground, exactly the way his guru, Maharishi Vashisht, had taught him. "The elbow is weak. Hold it high. Let the effort come from the back muscles. The back is strong." Ram pulled the string a notch further and then released the arrow. The missile whizzed past the trees and slammed into the deer's neck. It collapsed immediately, unable to even utter a bleat as blood flooded its lungs. Despite his muscular bulk, Lakshman rushed forward stealthily. Even as he moved, he pulled out a knife from the horizontal scabbard tied to the small of his back. Within moments he reached the deer and quickly plunged the blade deep in between the animal's ribs, right through to its heart. "Forgive me for killing you, O noble beast," he whispered the ancient apology that all hunters offered, as he gently touched the deer's head. "May your soul find purpose again, while your body sustains my soul." Ram caught up with Lakshman as his brother pulled the arrow out, wiped it clean and returned it to its rightful owner.